Hey y'all, it's Garth.
I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. Some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
If you're a fan of all things geeky, check out my other podcast, BJ Shane's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at BJGeekNation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shane's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at BJGeekNation.com.
your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shane's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at BJGeekNation.com.
Consultation is so you
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shane's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at BJGeekNation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like you're you don't know where to turn. I'm let's talk about the afterlife. I'm a great guy to say it all. Please contact me today. Choose me because you eliminate your second one. Choose the conservation is free. I tell hundreds of people just like
So much television. Yeah, they know. Usually there's so much television. Tony was slipping. There's no one even know.
And I finally been able to do it. All I know is I think it's really good with them. So something stupid. You guys have like a song that you really like, and then you actually go try to sing along to it. I only know.
He was on the red carpet, especially if you're all going. I guess it's okay. I don't know. They talked about the theory of apparently accused of being condescending to this reporter Ryan Myers performance. I said maybe you really don't want to see this Ryan pulling on stage. Okay, he was with his wife. You know what? It's all your fault right now.
Of course. Well, you guys don't have to remember any trivia today because we do have a game we get to make.
I can't remember.
We can pass all you want. We can re-ask per question. Are you ready?
You know what? I did not expect that.
What happens the second you have your third trending question? You pass all you want. You can only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I know. It's weird to see. I just got to pull back a
What
little
is the
bit.
letter C? What is the steaming, bubbling bowl that wraps waste overall? The original name for what kind of what is the sum of the angles of triangles?
He does look like
What does it stand for?
not a smile. I mean, you know, you can bring your smile. If you're Tony Jones,
a prosecutor animated character
I feel like that's Rye because the Broadway and all these other
what mythical bird dies and flames and reborn as a computer animated actor? What kind of alcohol is
the way younger people like to do interviews or just the way they show up. You have no idea. They if it's Tony with the they probably never thought they were going to
what animal does carrier come from? How many reasons is the average adult person?
Starbucks logo have boobs on it.
Which country has Tasmania?
What's your favorite New York City
what American pizza or hot place? Ray Charles.
Let's just do that. Let's go.
There's one where you're so close.
Just Google pornography.
Yeah, really? I just can't remember the name. You get to my seat. I gotta go.
For you, buddy.
I kind of don't. There's gotta be a way either, but they do things in life. They shape things in life. Get the win.
What is the sum of the times?
What
does the P stand for?
The Grand Tetons literally were named after breasts.
Just say that. Peter animated character for what is the music video?
Yeah, they said this. They were named after breasts. That's why they call
I'm gonna go with Aladdin.
What is the name of the Six-Point Star, which is the symbol of Judy? Waist overalls was the original name of the game. What color is chlorophyll?
I don't I feel like the college level, younger folks.
No, co-stars alongside Liz Earl in the Average Girl Tab.
Really
What is the word
He was like,
what is the second largest city in Italy? No. Ray Charles is famous for playing French instruments. No. What animal does 5 to 7 hours? What American Got Talent plays with Hannah?
well, just like that woman that's kids talking about, well, there's a documentary, and that's it. A lot of shows 7 hours. That was the best thing on the radio. You know what? And he did comment on Matthew's voice so rapping all high energy. He shocked the whole world. And I am so mad at myself. I know it's the Harley Quinn actress that's playing Barbie, and I can't remember her particular name. There we go. His wife was cool. He brought his wife from at that point because she didn't realize what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, because the trailer sounds right. Like there's all seven out of the place that Tony did doing the
I couldn't think of it. Like her feet were shaking. I don't remember why not do that? Oh, wait, I wish. Imagine if you would say,
because anytime I see Tasmanian devil, I feel like I remember as a kid seeing like a jungle type situation, and then you know, it's somewhere down.
How my radio interview with that guy.
He wasn't like different colored shoes.
So Tony with his
to play that. Well, when you run out, like, I'll tell you all about it.
It wasn't Bugs Bunny, it was somebody else, like a little younger. It was also she wasn't real.
Oh, when you asked that, I thought, I don't think the Tasmanians ever mess with each other. I feel weird to me. My shoes and my scissors and all my stuff. What is going on here? I'm on a red carpet. I think that's what we're here today. I wish I would have a big cross to this. They're calling this basketballer. We're taking your podcast.
I feel like that's what He said, you don't like normal very much to live your life to the fullest. I mean, everybody's you're trying to tell me some claim about I'm sure about I mean, really, and the rest of it got me to come back. There's a wedding magazine idea, but know about the she loved weddings so much. Sarah was pay for it. At one point, it was like Sarah was trying to sign she was like, I do not want to have kids in my wedding. I had another story. I shanked them and asked for them. few friends who
I know, not
I love them, don't get me wrong.
That's why I was like, it doesn't help us at all. Like, I call it a call. It's questions like that. They showed that I'm another sleepless night. When the pro says 803 Rock, big show. 803 Rock, that's the right call. That's the right text. That was the most baller move that you know where someone you know taught her how to end up those kind of social media. On the rock. There we go. Speaking about it was so tiring. I love that conversation we had with some of the media in the locker room. But you can tell about this one. KISW the Rock of Seattle. A lot of people, high school students, showed up very prominent. Army tanks. If you watch the video on the BJ and Migs page or KISW.com, it looks pretty awesome. Amazon shares it too. Man, when you're an Asian singer and represent with these kids come up on the internet, a lot of fans are wondering because the fact that some don't do these anymore. I'll tell you right now. I don't know what's because of our parents. I haven't heard any song, but I guess I'm just when you think, oh man, they go back in the game, they were looking tired at the end of the third. This team just surprises the heck out of me.
What everyone did.
The entire thing. The guy is our man. He's exactly what we asked for in the playoffs.
I love Young Fire.
I think you have a jersey, don't you?
Doing something or saying something. I wanted to do something. And the crazy part is when you think about it, all right, what is he doing? I'm with this guy. It's hard to tell in this post-game. I was talking about the game.
I don't want to watch any more
Worse than the practical side. He's like, oh, you're right. Why not take that? And then he scores. How frustrating is that? You got a guy who's fake out there actually back it up.
around the entire bar, everyone there.
Never just walking down the house there. There's like there was no one at the house. I wonder why they're doing that. It's like it's still one on the road there. We beat Stanley Cup champions, but the Panthers beat the Bruins with the best record in the NHL. I can't believe people like it doesn't surprise me that Toronto first game. I guess it surprised everybody else.
His dad was also a fan.
His dad was also a porn star. Beat each other up. I don't know Alessio, but I'm going to whatever. They won. No matter what. They're not related. Both of them are having no hitters going on. No more outdoor summer weddings. Bryce Miller kid. Good job on you. It's like, when a Brady starts out the innings allowing only one run and fortunately the Mariners got 2 runs. One of them is Jared Kelly continuing his hitting ways. He had an RBI double. So he had a run. The Mariners are born with this. And you're like, what if, you told me they did doors against the average people, then it's like, I got Bryce Miller. I get that he should have pitched that way. That makes sense. But we don't like, when you have a beautiful parent, take after the other parent. We got to start hitting. It's the A's for crying out loud. Come on, the way Sarah's wedding also did that. Maybe it was in the first not be like, that's what it is. Well, you would know. I think you all know how your number rates now. Is that the low? I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of small crowd. Your time. That was the big ball crowd. Your time to get on the show. 206. That's also the number of areas that don't back that.
Very impressive. Sometimes weather is a little bit better over here in the northwest. 71 degrees is going to be our high. So thanks to Beacon Fund and walking out with the large you know what? I guess I don't get it.
It seems like anything like everybody is well prepared. You show me. I want to see people that are more like me. So there are like, then I have to know what you're like. This is very odd. Which apparently I don't know what to tell you.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, Bankruptcy Insurance. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home, your house, your car in bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on your car. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you can catch your house payments up in Chapter 13. They call the second mortgage. So keeping your primary assets like a home is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
That's the number to call. That's also the number to text. Has he been hanging out with Steve Jerry Rock? Do you remember some of these answers? When you get through on the phone line, Steve, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah. What was that dark little show? And where did I go before he became a jet? That's where he's going because the party 206-803 Rock. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. So in this clip, now you are talking about how he's tried to figure out what you guys show that in style. You got for us, guys. We're the only ones to show up.
I got a few things. Nobody here will go up to imagine.
First time we showed up what the hell's going on. The next time we showed up that vibrations and the party bus. And I remember Waz reporting out somebody else in the group. I just went,
and then the second one, no photos before the wedding. Take all the photos.
We were never won that tournament, but I felt like we won every tournament. I don't know what to say. Everyone remembered us. We saw it was a Colbert show, and I know a lot of these shows, they don't, they get to things that have nothing to do with whatever they're playing. If you are going to not be sometimes I'm looking at Steve's face, I saw a lot of fun. So when we were way time, that was always fun. The look on the face, having a show everybody more often than not, and it's celebrity interviews that are on like Colbert or Conan or Letterman or whoever. I know we took a couple of pictures like that.
first ceremony we listened to that long.
For an extended period of time, and then the producers grabbed what they think are the most interesting parts of that conversation.
No, we took some at the ceremony, but it was only like 20, 30 minutes tops. But we took a lot more
everything they're doing to me.
Maybe they thought that would be
like, oh, that's hysterical.
Absolutely, I would put that.
I was out sooner too. I think you guys took a little longer, so I kind of went out there and thought maybe we would start the weekend before.
Same reason. And some help with the AI system to come up with
socialized right. So once they were I feel like I started really
random to get to know.
I feel like you did. These guys are still at it. That's actually what the writer's strike is about. How much fun they're actually using AI to help these questions. No wonder the writers are like, they're complaining about real life. They're the only ones doing AI.
They're like, what are they going to do? I have no way. Also, I have a friend that has a script for
that's too bad, man. I mean, I think everybody would be like, yo, does wedding us en route to where we're going. That's what I thought. I thought it was you. So there's a popular celebrity. Oh, I totally missed that. I think celebrity called him for being rude to him during a red carpet interview back in the day. So what did he do? You can hear it at 7:47. Oh, dude, you know what?
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors. So you would have to tell the court either that you have the car or that you have a car loan.
I didn't like to be in the dark, so
that I want to keep my car and continue with my sellers on the car.
But you see a lot of that where now the brides walking down the aisle by themselves. They were laughing on the other side.
My brother on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean you lose those assets.
And I think I was about 5 years old. You remember those fearful moments. I always remember that I hated the dark, man.
Continue late payments on the house.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Oh, yeah, that's what the bride wants.
The bride wants rice. The memory that she has right now is like phenomenal. But at some point, it's going to be like the rest of us. For me, it's like around 3. We did bubbles at our. And my earliest memory was my brother making a wind in the face.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen rice in another pleasant moment.
I used to see my sibling in the crib, standing on the crib.
Sarah had. I appreciate the call, Andrew. Sarah
punched me and I fell backwards.
You guys saw.
She had.
I remember him telling my mom
went through a bridge of sparklers, which I guess the wedding facility was like, wait a minute, what are you doing? I didn't realize that wasn't their call. That was something you guys did.
He got all worked up over sparklers. He just wanted to punch his little brother.
Well, I think so. Yeah, because it's a fire hazard. They were so close to where they were doing it.
Yeah, they approved it. Then they put everyone. I guess they lined everyone up around where there was a lot of like plants and flowers, and then another coordinator came out and was like, "Oh my gosh, no, I do not trust these people around." All of that, so they moved you guys. Especially because everyone, I guess people were trying to like light other people on fire and poke and fight with them. People were lighting joints with them.
World, and we're going to take them to Disneyland. I was trying to figure out a way to spit alcohol. I'd be like, why are you taking her to these places you probably won't even remember? I'm like, yeah, but we'll remember. I didn't do it. We remember seeing how she reacted to it. Thankfully, with cell phones, this video to look back on.
Wait, we want to give flammable items to the people who are destroyed from the open bar.
Of course, we're taking her because we know she'll have fun, but we're also doing it for us.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, oh man, if we don't burn this place down, I will be happy.
Experience.
Yeah, I didn't really think that through. I thought it was for the pictures. I thought it was going to be gorgeous, but I didn't realize like, oh, that's like 4 or 5 hours of my friends.
Well, Dad's going to remind her because that's been a lot of money.
Did the pictures turn out well?
No, like Lily,
so beautiful, and everyone looks like they're having a great time with the sparklers.
So I think she's 9
and most of the people recover from the 3rd-degree burn. So
where she's like, oh yeah, she'll remember that trip. Now when she's like 16,
it's listeners on the loose who pick the topic. You guide the show 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text.
Hey man, last night's Kraken win was so satisfying, especially with those ESPN commentators being so one-sided with Dallas and Pavelski.
It's so sad. He was on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Another person said, "How about that great
space shuttle being launched?" And I don't think he remembers that. And we were there, at down in Florida, watching a show, which is a really cool thing. Because I kind of really thought. I mean, granted, it's sad. I mean, maybe so, but I mean, I thought they gave us credit when he thought it was the coolest thing, goals and talked about how he loved Disney World at the time.
So I have those memories on ESPN, and I realized, what am I doing?
You don't remember anything,
the
really?
Canadian channel, and it's way better announcers. So I switched the channel. I was like 6:19.
that's the thing. I was horrible at that. My wife and I both were really not great picture takers. We could have had camcorders. We never did that kind of thing. Even though the technology was there, neither one of us had that bug. And I do feel badly because there's really no video documentation of the kids.
It was a great story. My wife was like, thank goodness you're shows up, taking pictures and videos. I can understand why they were really into that. She'll take a couple here and there, but the ending didn't happen.
Never thinks of it until after. I wish I would have had a picture. Don't worry, I got a whole video.
I was glad that my work got ruined that moment.
See, I needed a guy like you in my life. Kathy and I both were not that person.
But I was just like, when someone posted, I saw Joe's on here saying about the analysis, and then someone was like, oh, he's watching the Canadian channel. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot I could do that.
My earliest memory, I have two that I go back and forth, but I think the one that's the earliest one was actually, it was, it could have been a bad story, but then DJ.
All of ours have a bad story.
I guess I was in a haze of cold medicine because I didn't really. I know they were talking about Pavelski a lot, but maybe I thought it was because the guy was still in his story. Did you notice that too, Danny? They were just all about the stars.
BJ came to the rescue and saved me.
You could tell that they were. Yeah,
this was
and like the entire time it was just kind of, especially in the third period, it was just all about how they're going to make a.
To me, in my little 3-year-old brain, I was like,
put it to us, and then it was like they didn't, and it was like there's a foot of water.
Okay. She actually just. I wish I had a thing on my phone every time.
It really was. It was like
hockey, baby.
It was worse than best, and
I'm hoping that
Sarah's just like, I'm looking at her.
To look at the schedule. I guess I better go get her. Was it TBS or TNT? Because I know he does some of those games.
Oh yeah, him and Eddie old Chuck
do some of those games. Because wouldn't that be awesome if we could get them as our quote unquote national broadcasters? But that would be cool. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, dude, I was watching the game, and of course the home announcers.
You made me feel like a hero. It was a great move. Like, wow, all I did was pick this kid up. Like, I'm a knight in shining armor. It was a great feeling. It's very, very frustrating. I suppose we're going to see that though for the entire, really the entire series, or if we get to the next round, they're probably because we're going to be the underdogs all the time.
So he's the hero.
Yeah.
The only thing that it pained me because I was bittersweet. Whenever they would score, I'd get a smile on my face because you would hear their goal scoring song, which is Dimebag and Vinnie Paul, the Abbott brothers.
It was probably when I was 3.
They
recorded
that for the Dallas Stars
land in California, and I remember being so scared of the Pirates of the Caribbean because there's like a drop in Disneyland.
I didn't realize that.
And I remember being so
Dallas
scared.
Stars fans, and they wrote the song.
I remember the feeling of being scared and putting my face into my mom's shoulder.
Which is pretty cool.
But then when
the
drop part was over, I remember just looking and seeing the big pile of gold and thinking it was like the most magical thing I had ever seen.
Well, they can. This is what you get when you're an up and coming team as well as an expansion team who continues to shock because everyone's going to talk about Dallas is the bigger city, whatever the reason.
It was more of just like
I imagine the Panthers are going through the same thing because of everyone thought they would get their asses kicked by the Maple Leafs, but they beat the Bruins and they won game one just like we did.
Memory left of it.
How crazy!
I
know I'm looking far ahead, but how crazy would it be? Wild card versus wild card for the Stanley Cup.
That'd be a great story.
It was Halloween time, and she was too little to walk yet. So I went out of my way trying to grab this giant pumpkin and push it to her. While everyone else is freaking out, don't pick that up. But that's the only thing I can remember.
12 or so.
It's like, I want you to see the pumpkin. Here, let me get it for you. And it was
so hard to win that cup.
It's a pleasant memory. Look at that.
11 wins. One of 5 of them.
Yeah, and these guys just don't seem to know how to quit.
All the other ones aren't so pleasant.
Everybody's, it's always somebody stepping up, like you said, spread around with the goals as opposed to,
take my kids to any of the Disney parks because
Schmigelski over there.
I remember the trip.
Him too.
Dude, how about this though?
Well, again, like you said, Steve, you do it for yourself.
Wouldn't that
be
awesome?
You know they're going to have a blast, even if they don't remember it. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we were lucky. Tatum, when she got tired and cranky, she fell asleep. And she was out for like an hour and a half, and every parent
he might accidentally
that experience looked at us like they wanted to punch us.
Might forget. I mean, he might think he's just doing a cracky game. He may forget.
As our kids crying and screaming at them. It could be a very awful experience. When I watched the cracking games with Forsland on Root Sports, and the other team scores, he still has enthusiasm when the other team scores. I know some people that bothers them, but I think he's just enthusiastic about the sport of hockey, so it never really bugged me. So even though I think even if he was doing a cracking game in the playoffs for TNT, or not for Root Sports, I still feel like he would still bring great energy for both sides.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why he does. For horses, right? He doesn't want to get into
I'll have to note that
habit of not cheering for all the goals. That's an interesting thing.
Because he's been like that, I guess, even before when he was doing the Hurricanes. Was it there, Carolina, or was it Columbus?
I think it was. We're not going to give you our name. Just hold on to it for us. That's just been his style in about 10 years.
He just loves hockey. We'll find you when there's a good goal.
We'll find you.
I've noticed that about a lot of it. Like even in soccer, like a lot of times they get very excited. Like you can tell they're biased towards one or the other, but at the end of the day, the goal's a goal.
Vietnamese coffee
last night, I think I was texting with Danny. I'm like, it pisses me off, this Pavelski guy. I was like, that was a really good goal.
Oh, damn. Those Pavelski goals, some of those deflections were like the Matrix.
Especially that fourth one, where it just like looked like he
we learned a lot yesterday about Hollandaise is a great milk, by the way, if you haven't tried it. We learned a lot about condensed milk. And then Danny, unfortunately,
like you said earlier,
this one right. They found out that evaporated milk and condensed
like
milk
that, so he can
pretty much the same as that deflection.
According to, I think I was listening to,
that kind of bummed me out because I thought I had Danny.
I think it might have been him or Mike Benton.
Wrong.
One of them said that apparently before
condensed
every
milk
game,
was the answer.
He takes
you want a shot at BDC, you got it. 206-803
to work on his hand-eye with the puck for moments like that. So even though it looks like a fluke that he scored like that,
on the rock.
He knows.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them can be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you file the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
Glenn Cannon and the Damage Done, a great band from around here. You should definitely check them out. They always do a lot of fun stuff with us at KSW. But he always joked about how all of his friends were like, dude, you have so many crazy stories, you should put together a book. And finally, he just took his friend's advice and he wrote a book. And I guess it's like a novel. It's a bunch of some memoirs of throughout his life. And he had a publisher on board, but then that publisher, I guess, ghosted him. So now he's in cahoots or working with some other one to kind of self-publish it. But obviously that's not cheap. So, and he wants to put out an actual, not just an electronic version or an e-version. He wants to put out a hardcover or whatever, a book that you can actually hold. And he's put together a GoFundMe. So if anyone can help out, I'm sure if you just type in it's Glenn's book on GoFundMe. So GoFundMe.com/Glenn's book.
All right. That's cool
as well. But yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll post that on our socials.
I've had people. Cool. Have you ever had someone to ask you, hey, you should put out a book?
Yeah.
Anytime anyone said that to me, I always like, I don't read books. Why would I want to make someone read a book that I had to write? That means I have to write it. I have to read it too at some point.
Well, I mean,
I know some artists don't.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, Vince Neil.
Yeah, there you go.
Excuse me. I had a weird tickle in my throat, but I couldn't put out a book I didn't read myself.
Yeah, you would feel that's even too hypocritical for you?
But I'm also the dork that still listens to my own band's music, so I probably would read my book and only my book, and my wife would get annoyed by that. She's like, did you just read your own book to our child as a children or a book story at night?
Oh, yeah, well, you got to read it out loud, sure.
Yeah, of course I did. I skipped the chapters that I don't think she should know about.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always just record the audiobook version, just tell that, and then have somebody else write it from there.
Yes.
It makes life a lot easier.
I know of some people that wrote their entire book on their Notes app on their iPhone.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you have all that time.
They traveled a lot, so they would they would write it whenever they were on a plane, and then they just eventually sent it to an editor to be like, hey, clean up this mess, but here's my book.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody, this guy, Tim Sanders, has written a couple of books, and I think he started helping people publish books or whatever himself. And he always said, dude, you should do it. But, man, I hate to write. So like Vicky said, maybe I would dictate it. That's about all I could do. But I even then, who cares? It's literally BJ Shea. Who cares? Maybe I'll call that would be the name of the book.
Someone might care.
Yeah, but enough to actually get paid.
No, I wouldn't read it. I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to be a bestseller and make some cash. Otherwise, what's the point?
I would make mine into a children's book.
Oh, you would do well.
Gosh.
That would be fun. A lot less pressure.
would it be specifically aimed for children, or would it be like an adult children's book, like made for adults, but in a children's book fashion?
I don't know. I haven't thought that hard into it there,
Fair
Vicky.
enough.
Let's see. No, I want it to be straight up children's book.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want like because sometimes I think maybe like you try and be subtle with like your adult humor and you realize you just taught like your kid a bad word. And you're like, wait a second, that wasn't so subtle after all.
Yeah, Jonathan Hillstrand from The Deadliest Catch did that. He wrote a couple of good kids' books.
And he didn't do it all hopped up on like pain pills when he was like in the hospital or something like that?
I think so, yeah. And you know what? I mean, I don't know how successful they were, but he got someone to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, I would do it just to, it'd be a fun story just to say you did it. But that's like, that would be my entire premise of my book would be all the dumb things I've done in life just so I could say that I did it. Like, I always thought about
Oh, nice.
Like from the wrestling with AEW to drumming with Stone Temple Pilots. Like, these are ridiculous things that I should have never had an opportunity to do, but for whatever reason, through work or whatever, just some dumb luck or just being right place at the right time, these things happen. And I feel like the book would also be right there with the story. Like that would be the end of the story. And I'm like, and now you just read my final chapter of doing stupid stuff.
I like this pitch.
Yeah.
I like this pitch. You ought to call our agent, see if there's any, if he can help you out.
Well, maybe he'll write it for me. I don't want to do that.
Oh, you need someone to write it for you, right?
Yeah. Have you seen me write?
Yeah, no, I haven't actually. That's
okay. There's a reason.
Yeah, all right.
But good luck to Glenn Cannon. He's got the book written now. He's just trying to publish it. So just look for it on GoFundMe. It's just GoFundMe.com/Glenn's book, I believe, and we'll share the link as well on all of our social media pages. So if you know Glenn, you love him. He's one of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I'd love to see him get this book out.
206-803-ROCK. That is the number to call. That is the number to text. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Going back to our conversation earlier when we were talking about baller things you did in your past, someone said, I have a buddy that showed up to prom with a T-shirt with the picture of a tuxedo on it. They didn't want to let him into the venue because they thought he was underdressed, but he told them there were no rules saying that you couldn't wear that shirt. So they had to let him in. He attended. And then after that, they put out rules in the future that I guess stand till this day that no one can wear a tuxedo shirt.
And it sounds like he went by himself. Is that another baller move that he did? Because I would always,
that part wasn't included, so I have no idea.
Yeah, because I wonder if he had a date. Boy, I want to know what she wore, and was she cool with the fact?
Wouldn't it be funny if she had a T-shirt of a prom dress on it?
Yeah, exactly. They would have been a great couple. Because you don't go to the prom stag, right? You don't do that, do you?
I have no idea.
I heard you ask your cousin.
Oh,
is that what you heard, Danny?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to call Danny a douche. 206-803-ROCK.
Did you happen to catch on Groupon that they were selling Kraken tickets? LOL.
Wait, what?
I did. I'm fun.
What?
I checked my phone this morning. I got an email from, Groupon, and it just said deals. And, Groupon, I don't know. Last I checked, that's the place you go for, like, discounted stuff, right? Like
that's exactly what it is. Usually buy one, get one free kind of things.
Or, like, you get a discount on, like, your parking. It seems like I always get the one for parking at an airport, probably because I've used it before, so I always get that one. So I'm on my phone, and I'm looking, I'm like, Groupon sale. It says Seattle Kraken. It says view deal. I'm like, well, this sounds like an awesome opportunity. Maybe they are. Maybe Groupon. And I'm thinking, maybe I got it quick enough, and I'm going to luck out and get this discount before anyone else. And I click on it, and it says tickets on sale from $6,112.
What? Groupon is trying to sell you $6,000 tickets?
Yes.
That does not sound like a deal, Groupon.
I don't think I could imagine. Oh, no. Now they're at 73.
Okay, literally, it is an app that's for coupons. It's supposed to save you money. What are they doing?
That's what I'm saying, man.
It says, right now I'm looking at Game 2, $73.
$73? Well, that is a deal.
That's a good deal. Earlier this morning it was at $6,000.
Game 2, you can get, is that in Dallas, right?
No.
Game 2 in Seattle.
Game 2 in Seattle.
Game 4.
But then you click on it, and the cheapest one is $336.
I know, I just did that too, yeah.
What are they, bait and switching you kids? All righty.
Unless maybe there's a single ticket. Maybe you have to buy just one.
Even still, I mean, $300. I don't know. Is that a great deal?
No.
For a single ticket?
No.
Feels like it's not.
Because right now, even on the resale on Ticketmaster, it's like $280 or something like that, give or take.
Okay, Groupon. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if I appreciate it.
Yeah, Groupon, I could get into the club level for $190 for a single ticket.
Oh, okay.
Get you in.
Is the club level good? I don't know. In Climate
yeah. I mean, you don't call it club level unless it's cool, man.
Are they selling tickets where you can watch outside the windows? I mean, how much do those tickets cost?
I thought about that, like just posting out if the weather's nice, just hanging out outside the outside Climate Pledge and just hang out.
Yeah, I mean, if they, I think, do they have to open something up so you can see inside? Is that how that works?
They usually have that closed until it gets dark.
Yeah,
and they also have it closed during the opening like ice show that they do before the game starts because. Right. They have like the Kraken Eye shows up in that spot.
Was you saying that they did like a big screen somewhere in Seattle Center that you could watch it on?
Well, they had it when I went to the second game.
Okay.
In the last round, they had these two big screens outside of Climate Pledge, like right where like the merchandise is sold outside of like right by like the bars and all that.
Sure.
And they had it all like they had the Devils game on at the time, and I'd imagine they probably put on the Kraken game during the Kraken game. I wouldn't be surprised if the longer they go and like if let's just say by some stroke of luck we end up in the Stanley Cup Finals, I would not be surprised if they set up like a party viewing setup out there because the weather's going to be great.
Yeah.
It'll be June.
Okay. I'm all for it. I mean, we had such a blast watching that the Cubs game right outside the walls of Wrigley Field.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to have beverages or anything out like that, like those folks did, or some sort of professional setup, but at least they'll have the screens.
I'm sure they could figure it out.
Somebody said,
they can.
I sold my pair for $800 in the 300 level from Bob and Joel. Wow. Isn't that more 200 level? I don't even think there is a 300 level.
Yeah, 200 level.
Yeah, but that's the high level.
That's $800 ain't bad.
Hell no.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then you just watch it on the TV anyway, get all your season ticket money back.
I mean, that's kind of, I think, how a lot of people are doing it. They're trying to make some money back from their season tickets because they ain't cheap, man.
No. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text. It is Listeners on the Loose.
Somebody just said, has Vicky bought tickets for the Empire Strip back yet?
No, not yet.
So that's the burlesque Empire Strikes Back show that we were talking about.
I feel like all the days that I was wanting to go, it was getting sold out pretty quick. So, it's been kind of hard. And then trying to plan, I'm actually going to be flying out soon to go see family in Mexico. So everything's just kind of a mess right now in life, trying to pack and figure everything out, and then traveling with a 4-year-old for the first time on a plane. So my brain has not been on naked ladies, even though now it is.
And this is a traveling show, and it's just in Seattle for a short amount of time?
Yeah, I got to check the dates again.
Star Wars burlesque show, the
Starts
Empire Strikes Back.
June 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Stranger Things one that I think is going on now. That's why.
Does it strip Stranger Things? That seems weird.
No. That'd be very odd. No, it's a different exhibit going on as well, like where you can go in. It's an immersive experience.
Oh, that's right. I remember you go into like the Upside Down world and all that crazy crap.
Yeah, so the fact that I haven't locked my keys inside my car again is pretty surprising to me, so brain a little scrambled at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like the Empire Strips Back is June, July, and August, and they have a ton of dates available. And
all summer.
You can even go like on a Wednesday.
I feel like they need to make a documentary about just the experience of traveling the country doing a strip burlesque show about Star Wars. I feel like you probably meet a lot of interesting people, and I would imagine the people that are in this burlesque show are pretty eccentric, and I bet they make for a good story.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, does it count as a parody? How do you do something like that without pissing off Disney?
I think I would assume it's a parody because it looks really silly in some of the, like the Han Solo Chewbacca dances and everything. So I feel like it would fall under that category. And I think this has even gone not just across our country, but worldwide. Because I think I saw some video of their Australian show. So good for them.
Yeah, Disney. I would always be afraid to do anything Disney related that wasn't approved,
right?
Because I know how hard they are.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep. So. It's a disclaimer. This is a parody production.
There we go. All right,
that's all you need to do.
I feel like it's all you better do. So you've got to do that at least, and hope that Disney, the watchdogs, and are just not going to bark at you too much.
It's kind of like the person on YouTube that posts a video where they're using copyrighted music, and they make it a point on their comment to be like, "I am not making any money off of this video. I am not using this with any permission from the artist. I'm just a broke dude just trying to have fun."
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're making money off of this parody, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, but it's like Vicky said, it's been going on for a while. That'd be wild if it gets canceled because Disney finally goes, what the hell's going on over there in Seattle? Cancel that show.
Right. We didn't even know this was happening. It's been going on for a year.
All right, we have a big question to answer, and it's not about whether or not the Empire will strip back or not, but it's about Ryan Castle, What do Ryan Castle and a mortuary have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a mortuary have in common?
People just dying to hang out with me, BJ.
Hey. Lady.
You and Johnny V said the same. He said Ryan Castle and mortuary. People are dying to meet either one.
See? The people know.
Yeah. Wow.
Both are stiff.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, getting there.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I don't think I needed to know that.
What's so funny?
There's a mortuary worker in Arkansas facing charges for stealing body parts and selling them to a guy that she met on Facebook.
So here's my question. Why? Like, what does he want the body parts for?
If you take a look at this guy's mugshot, dude, you'll see why. He is a freaky looking dude, the guy that bought them.
Half of his face is tattooed fully, and then the other half is not.
That doesn't make him a bad person.
Including his eyeball.
Buying body parts makes him a bad person.
That's a good point. Yeah, the tattoos don't make him want to buy body parts. The body parts thing is his own thing.
You think it's a sex thing?
I don't know.
He paid over $10,000 for these body parts, too. Oh, well, and she mailed him 20 boxes. How about that? How about if you accidentally drop a box in the mailroom and it's somebody's head? Yeah. Oh, man.
He must have a good job.
So is that what you have on Facebook Marketplace? You sell body parts? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, you've been missing out. Ryan Castle, he's got nothing to sell, but he's got a free he's got a 12-pack. That's free.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.